2 weeks ago, when we recorded our last show, we were presented with a question of if we could make a superhero video game, what would it be? And I said, I can't think that hard on the spot. I need time. So I gave myself 2 weeks. And
I thought...
I gave these guys 2 weeks. I gave these guys 2 weeks too. And we thought real hard about it.
That's not actually true. I thought for like the first 3 days, then I got very distracted by life. And then we didn't have an episode last week.
You got that haircut, and it was sitting kind of at the back there. That thought was attached to that hair.
All of my ideas were at the bottom of my mullet.
and now they're gone.
Sheared off.
So who do either of you have one?
Yep.
Right. Are you ready?
Yep.
Are you ready? Okay, good. All right, we're all ready then.
Go, Tyler.
Tyler, why don't you lead us off?
Yeah, you're very enthusiastic about being ready.
Do we need to recite the question a little bit? You want to reframe the question?
I can pull it up.
Just for listeners who
give me
maybe don't remember.
A hot second.
Yeah, so we're gonna loosely pitch a video game here.
So, because there aren't too many superhero games, I want you to think about, make your own. I mean, not literally make, but pitch your own.
Oh, I'm gonna make it.
Okay.
Patrick.
Click. Enhance.
Patrick said his because he also
submitted a game.
He told us what he would do. He wants to do a Doctor Strange game where you make your own sorcerer and follow in the footsteps of Doctor Strange. It's an open world map, not too overwhelming or massive, but you unlock kind of different sections. I'm kind of, when he's describing this, I'm envisioning more like a Tomb Raider style, where it's like you kind of have a section, you open it, you unlock it, you can explore it a little bit before you run out of things to do pretty quick before you go to the next section.
Doctor Strange.
It has
war game.
RPG elements because you're making your own character and you have to find more spells to use against many of the villains of the Marvel universe. You might run into our other Marvel heroes during that you can interact with as well. So, what do you guys got?
I will kick it off. I thought of mine pretty quickly after you read the question to us. I would make a game called The Last Ronin. This is a Ninja Turtle game, and 3 of the 4 brothers, as well as Master Splinter, have died, and you play as the last remaining brother trying to avenge their deaths. It's an Arkham City style game. It's set in New York. The villain would be a leader of the Foot Clan, but it would later be revealed that Shredder is still alive, and he's being kept alive by science.
Science!
And the final boss would be Shredder. You would deal with his little Foot Clan groups. You probably have, like, I think of it kind of like Far Cry, how there's like 4 lower level bosses, and then you fight the big boss. There'd be 4 like leaders of the Foot Clan that you have to take out. And then there would be like some side missions with Bebop and Rocksteady and Krang, and it would just, like, Krang would be like the Riddler trophies in Arkham City to have like little challenges around New York for you.
Oh, nice.
I just think the Ninja Turtles is kind of an untapped video game. Like, people make video games for the Ninja Turtles, but they don't really go for it like I think they could.
Mm-hmm.
I think a Ninja Turtles Arkham City style game where you play as the last surviving brother.
Too dark.
Yeah, I think it'd be really cool. My personal touch I would put on it is that you can choose which brother you play with, and in doing so, the story changes just ever so slightly. And as you progress through the story, so like there's 4. The reason I say 4 leaders of the Foot Clan is because as you defeat each leader, you get one of your other brother's weapons back, and you get to, by the end, use all of their weapons in your arsenal.
Just dope.
So that's my game that I thought of pretty quickly. I think it'd be really cool. Like, you'd call it Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin.
You even got a name for it.
And I would hire Rocksteady to make it, or Insomniac. Whoever's available, because they both make games that are very similar.
Okay. Luke? Me. I'll go next.
The only reason I have a name for it is because it's a currently running comic book.
Luke's ready, but I'm gonna go next.
No comment.
No, I love it, Tyler. That sounds dope.
If anybody who is in the video game world and they want to let me help with that, I'm in. I'll do it.
I would absolutely day one purchase that. That sounds awesome.
I'm in.
So
I could buy that.
So my first silly thought on this, I'm gonna give you two answers. I'm gonna give you a silly answer first because I just thought this would be funny. A Deadpool game that's basically just GTA.
Okay. That'd be cool.
And
That would be cool.
Would you call it Deadpool Kills?
You can run around. You can be good. You can be bad. You can be the anti-hero. You can be, as Deadpool as you want to be. There are other characters wandering around the city. If you want to make an X-Force team, why not make an X-Force team and have them all skydive out of a plane and die in horrifying ways? Like, I think there's the possibility. You've just got some good combat mechanics in there. I think GTA's combat mechanics are really the only thing that would probably need to be improved on a bit, but
Maybe a little smaller area.
maybe a little smaller area.
Take some of the area budget and put it into combat budget.
Yeah, there you go.
You don't need all of LA.
Maybe go more like the Cyberpunk route then.
Which part of Cyberpunk?
Not the broken part of Cyberpunk.
Although
that would be very
too early.
Deadpool. I also think you can have a lot of fun
Yeah.
with how meta Deadpool already is.
Mhm.
So just being self-referential about being in a game could be hilarious.
Mhm.
So that's my silly answer. My more serious answer is a Green Lantern game where I don't know how open world this would necessarily be, but I'm thinking more like Destiny level type stuff where you can fly around to different planets or sectors to progress through a campaign and unlock abilities and work your way towards defeating a greater galactic enemy.
Would it be a looter too? Get different
Yeah, I think so. I think you could do it. You could do all sorts of stuff.
different armor pieces that your ring can make and
Mm-hmm. Yeah, different.
give you different abilities or
abilities.
create different things.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Yeah. Trying to think. What are my favorite? What's one of my favorite games right now is Destiny. How would I make Destiny in a superhero universe?
Mm-hmm.
Like Green Lantern, I think you could do pretty much anything with.
Mhm.
The possibilities there are pretty expansive.
Instead of the arc solar void, you got the just Roy G. Biv.
Yeah.
I think a Green Lantern game would work really well as No Man's Sky, just with more action,
Mm-hmm.
like space exploration.
Yeah.
And I would love a Green Lantern game. It's actually one of the ones I was thinking about too.
Oh, nice. Oh, I'm glad I said it before you.
What? Well, now I can just say I have two instead of saying I have three. So my issue though is just thinking one of the big things with Green Lantern is personal creativity.
Sure.
Like he creates a jackhammer. Like would I create a jackhammer? It's so if I use my special move, is it this every time? So I was trying to think of a way to get around that. Eventually I couldn't, so I just moved on to something
You
else.
create your own lantern, and you can choose.
You
specific
download the app on the
animations.
iPad
Yeah.
and you draw what you create. You hit attack and then the game pauses and then you draw it. Start and it goes in and then you're
Is this
wibbly
a
wobbly.
Is this a DS game?
Yes.
Yeah. You can pull that off on the Switch,
the
right?
sequel to Nintendogs.
The Switch has a touch screen.
Yeah. What a Green Lantern game. So I thought of two. Three. The first one isn't superhero. It's published by Marvel, and it is Star Wars. I would make Red Dead as Star Wars.
Oh.
As a bounty hunter.
Yep, you get to make a bounty hunter, and you do Red Dead or Skyrim or whatever those go into the world games. You
Yeah.
just create a bounty hunter, you can do bounties, and there's a story where you have to save somebody or save the universe or do a Kessel Run. I don't know. I think that would always be awesome. Pretty sure that's happening with massive, like they could happen anyway. The one I picked though was I've always wanted a Wonder Woman game. And I think a way that I would kind of model it is the way that Respawn did Fallen Order, where you can go to different places, like you can go to DC or New York or Themyscira.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, South Africa, just different places in the world, and have an area, Olympus, have a small area to explore. You can find secrets, fight enemies, and unlock new abilities. You could have a skill tree going towards lasso combat, sword combat, and then just like health and magic regen or whatever.
Yeah.
Kind of a simple form of combat, kind of like Fallen Order has, where it's like the Dark Souls react, block, counter mechanics.
Mm-hmm.
Could be like with the lasso, and if you want to be offensive, you pull out the sword, or vice versa. I don't know. Villain, Medusa. She could be a villain. Themyscira has been turned to stone.
Ooh.
Gotta save it. You have to go around the world, find magic stuff. There's a twist along the way that I didn't think about, but it happens. And everybody goes, "Whoa, I didn't see that coming. That's crazy awesome." Yes, Tyler, question or statement?
Rather, just my preference to that. 'Cause
He's critiquing you.
I think it's an awesome game. I think Wonder Woman would really lend herself to a God of War style of combat.
I think that's what most people would think. And just because I think it's just too much of a comparison. Because this is just God of War.
I think it would work.
Oh, it would definitely work. There's less stuff like Fallen Order.
That's true. Yeah, because it's just the From Software games and then Fallen Order.
Yeah.
Fallen Order is more of a precise fighter. It's pretty simple in its fighting, but you have to be right. Whereas God of War is fantastic, but it's a button masher. You just X, 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 Y, X, X, Y, X, Y, X, Y combo. Whereas like in Fallen Order, if I miss a block or if I miss a strike, it hurts.
Yeah, you're punished for it.
The punishing aspect is less so than something like Dark Souls, and I
Definitely
definitely
more
don't
palatable
want
than
that.
Dark Souls, yeah.
But yeah, fly around the jet.
It's dope. I love it. What's your other one?
Star Wars.
Oh, the Star Wars. Yeah, that's right.
The Red Dead Star Wars game.
Yep, that's right. That's right. Very cool. I was also thinking see, this is how much I was paying attention to your Star Wars pitch. I was trying to think. You mentioned Respawn, and I was like, Respawn does mobility so well, and I thought back to their Titanfall games. I was like, could you make a Flash game that's kind of like has a more like Mirror's Edge meets Titanfall with some combat, but it's mostly about getting around a city type of thing? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
An interesting concept.
Also, I'll take a Superman game. Any?
I think Respawn could do really well with an Iron Man game.
Ooh.
The mobility of
BioWare can make an Iron Man game, right?
Honestly, I would be super excited if...
I just think the mobility of pilots with the mech technicality of Titans would be really cool.
Yeah. Man.
But yeah, Anthem's flying system would be sick for an Iron Man game.
Yes.
As long as it's not the Avengers Iron Man flying mechanic. Blah.
They tried.
They tried and they failed.
You know,
I would just get Insomniac to make a Spider-Man game.
Ooh, hot take.
I would just have NetherRealm make Justice 3. And I would have them fight Earth 3. The Crime Syndicate.
That's the one we really want. We've been talking about that one for a while.
I want that
It'd
so
be
bad.
So sweet.
Be cool. Be cool. Well, I finished my TIE Fighter.
And it's beautiful. Look at that sexy thing.
You think I can hit the camera
What do
with
these go with?
It's the here. See?
Why do you just have an extra one?
Yeah, they give you some extra stuff. I think you just push down.
Oh,
It went
You
down.
can.
Oh.
There's nothing to go down back there, so there's safe. See, can I hit the camera on this
Oh,
one?
there it is.
It's close.
You almost made it into the plant.
It was close.
that was really neat.
So yeah, this thing's awesome. I love it. Thank you for indulging me while I didn't participate as much this week.
All good. We always got next week.
That's right. I'll be back with all sorts of things. Surely there's something to review next week. I don't know what it is, but next week's 200.
Oh my gosh.
If you can tune in live, we have a giveaway planned. There will also, if you can't tune in live, don't worry. If you listen to the pod, there will still be an opportunity to win.
You don't need to be present to win.
But there may be something extra special for those of you who
Watch live.
watch live. So,
Can you believe we're about to do 200 episodes of this freaking thing?
heck yeah!
I can't.
It's because
I've been doing this for 4 years. That's insane.
It's crazy.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Man, it does. It also goes pretty fast when there's virus all around the world.
And
you don't
time slowed, and then it like...
You don't realize that time is even a construct anymore. All of a sudden, it's just been a year.
Yeah.
And you're like, my hair's long. So you get it cut.
Or you get it braided.
I got mine cut. Because long hair sucks. The maintenance is the worst.
I disagree, but you do look good with that haircut, man.
I think you can do some really cool things with long hair. Was it worth it?
It takes work.
For me? No. Absolutely not. Would I do it again? No. I wouldn't.
I want to see Tyler with long hair.
You'll never see me.
I know I'll never see it. That's why I want it so bad. It's that forbidden fruit.
I want to see Brett with short hair.
Yeah.
Whew.
Been a while. It has been a while. Well, it's been a week, 2 weeks, and come back next week. We'll have episode 200. It's going to be a blast.
200!
Promise you that. And until then, hit us up with some special questions. I'll try and put some stuff on Twitter and Instagram @WhatTheFanboy to remind you guys to submit some special stuff, some questions for the Fanbox next week. And until then, we'll see ya.
Peace.
Tyler, you're gonna run it. You gotta end it. You gotta end it. Oh no, where's the off button? I can't
It's
wait
the
to
skull
wait
and
till.
crossbones. Skull and crossbones.